So we are on Volk Rifleman class for beginner. Tell me what you brought.
Alright, I brought the AK-12 with a ACOG on it, and I got the foregrip for, again, same as every other class for stability. The silencer kind of helps with recoil, but it also makes it easier for concealment. The smoke, same thing, concealment, movement. And the only reason I have this is because I want more points for that.
Now, would you say that the ACOG is on AK-12 very friendly for a beginner?
Probably not as friendly as the one on the MARSOC team, but I tend to like it.
I like it. Now, Finn, tell me, what did you bring?
I brought a FAMAS with a 1x, a simple hollow, not a syringe. While generally it's not the best rifle, I think it really drills in the one-shot or burst fire in short bursts, get rounds on target, downrange, and not just fire wildly in the air.
I like it.
In full auto.
Now, I see you brought extra syringes and a Makarov, or a
5.7.
5.7. Yeah.
There you go.
Totally forgot about what the name was. You want to explain to me why you brought the 5.7 and not a Makarov?
The 5.7, of course, it's just a backup. With the FAMAS, you don't get too many rounds. I think it's 25 per... It is 25 because it's not divisible by 3. 25 per mag. So just extra rounds in a pistol. Wonderful for emergency situations where you've run out of ammo. And extra syringes, of course, are useful for survivability, and you get hit in the chest, one more syringe, and you're fine.
I like it. Now, I brought the AK-12. I brought just a regular red dot on it with foregrip. I like the little red dot. It's easy to learn as a beginner. Foregrip is, less recoil. And overall, this is just a great starter, intermediate and advanced gun. Now, you can bring really any smoke or grenade or flash that you want. You'll have enough points. But overall, these are some great starting weapons for a beginner. So, specialist beginner weapon. Tell me what you brought.
This is a G36C. I think it's a really nice and reliable carbine for short to mid distances. What do you want to know about it, I guess?
Why would you choose it as a beginner?
I'm biased here because I think it looks really cool, but I think it's, even though it doesn't have a foregrip on it, as you can see, it is very controllable. And what else to say?
I just love the way it sounds. And I think as a beginner, you look for something that is cool. And the G3 or GC36 it's such a cool firing weapon. Sounds great. Really sneak up on somebody. And you actually have a faster movement speed with it than some of the heavier guns. Moving on, what did you bring?
I brought the TAR-21, TAR-21. I too like the G36, but I thought something a little different. Brought the holographic for, again, close to medium range. It's got an excellent rate of fire and stability. A lot of range, or bullets down range, and it's easier to load and unload because it's right here. And
I will say the TAR is actually rated one of the most accurate weapons in ONWARD on single fire. It's a very pinpoint accuracy weapon. So for beginner support classes, what did you bring?
This is a pretty simple AKM with a hollow. It's really good for sustained fire downrange, even though it's not as good as your two weapons. I think at specific ranges, like maybe 150 to 200 meters, it is more accurate and more consistent than the PKM and Ultimax. So
I like it, and I like that you still brought your flashbangs for make somebody disappear. I think it's a very good choice. Tell me, what did you bring?
I brought the Ultimax 100. I personally like this one. I got the 2X on it, so if you have a holographic, and you can also aim a little further down range with the 2X. It does have a bipod on it.
And I will say, this is a very fun gun to run. It's very cool.
It really is. I don't think it's heavy as...
Yeah, it's not as heavy as the PKM, but I definitely recommend it as a beginner gun. Over here, I brought the PKM. Just like the M249 on MARSOC, it is a little difficult to reload. So once you get the hang of that, it's a fun gun. It's lots of ammo. It's fun just to fire and suppress a building. So for sniper beginner loadout, tell me, Vim, what did you bring?
I brought the STD Dragunov. It is, I think, one of the best looking guns of all time, ever. So I use it in everything.
Now, I will say this is not just a single fire, or I should say bolt action. It does have quite a bit of ammo, not much, but I'd say it's
full
definitely
semi-automatic capabilities.
I think it's a very beautiful looking gun for a beginner to learn on.
Yeah, of course.
Now tell me, you brought the same thing, but I see you did different scope and you added a suppressor. Why is that?
Well, the scope is for distance, and I mean, it is a sniper class, so if you're going to sit in a sniper, you're going to want to be able to see clearly. And the suppressor, it's more or less it's a cover and concealment, kind of harder to hear and know where you're shooting from. But again, it's also a single shot weapon with...
And I will say, this scope is different from all the other 12 times in the game. It's just kind of how it looks in it. It's just a tad bit different, but still very good weapon. Now, I brought the SKS. Now, I like it because obviously you get more rounds in each magazine. Now, I like AP rounds for sniping just because I don't want to shoot somebody over and over. I brought the bipod just because as a sniper, it's nice to be able to learn to lay down and have that bipod on the ground. You're not having to hold it. Now, if you are holding it, I don't like recoil on a sniper, so I bring a foregrip. But besides that, that is the sniper beginning class.